and welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna show you a really easy lunch that you can make that is low carb and high in protein. I'm gonna show you my version and my favorite version of a chicken salad. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna prep some vegetables that we need for this. Now, I like to keep it super simple, but I like to add a lot of protein to the chicken salad that's aside from the chicken. First thing we're gonna do though is we're gonna prep some celery. Now I'm gonna dice the celery really small. I'm gonna cut it in half first. And again, this is all based on preference in terms of amounts that you use. So I'm not gonna include exactly how much I use. It just really depends on your taste and your preference. I like to take the celery stalk and cut it into quarters and then dice it like this. While we're prepping our vegetables, I'm letting the chicken breast that I cooked cool down. All you have to do is just take chicken breast, raw chicken breast, a little bit of salt and pepper, and cook it. The way I like to cook it is in my air fryer. I use the Tastee Air Fryer that has a chicken breast setting on it. If you want to purchase it, make sure to use my discount code down below in the description. But I wanted it to cool down. So after I shredded the meat once it was cooked, I just wanted to get to room temperature or cold. I just shredded the meat, so I'm gonna put it in the fridge to let it cool down to get as cold as possible before I put in the other ingredients to the chicken. While we're prepping our ingredients, you wanna make sure that you cook your chicken breast. I just took 2 raw chicken breasts, put a little bit of salt and pepper, and I threw it into my Tastee Air Fryer. The air fryer that I use has a chicken breast setting to make sure that my chicken cooks perfectly. So I just put it in there. If you want to purchase the air fryer, make sure to use the discount code that I have in the description below. But once I've shredded the chicken, I'm gonna put it into the fridge because I want it to get as cold as possible before I add it to the rest of my ingredients. Our celery is now prepped, and now I like to add some shallots. You could also add some red onion if you wanted to, but the shallots have a nice sweeter flavor that goes really well with a chicken salad. I'm just going to thinly slice the shallot. My chicken breast is nice and cooled down. And to make this higher protein, what I like to add is some cottage cheese. Now, my favorite brand is the Good Culture brand. Not sponsored, just this is my favorite cottage cheese. So I like to add it just straight to the chicken. It adds such a good flavor. Next, I'm going to add in the celery and the shallots that we just chopped. I also like to add in some green onion, but my favorite product right now is this hybrid. It's called garleek. It's like a green onion garlic hybrid. It is so delicious. If you can find it in your grocery store, make sure to try it. So I'm gonna be using that, but you can also use green onion if you can't find that. That's what I typically use. I'm also going to add in some pine nuts. Now, you can add either chopped walnuts or pine nuts, but I really like the flavor of pine nuts, so that's what I am gonna add. I'm also going to add in some mayonnaise. And we're just gonna mix all of these ingredients together. This is a great chicken salad that you can eat either as is, you could put it in a sandwich, you could put it in a wrap. It's really great for on the go and just a really easy meal prep. Now, you might have thought, oh, we're done with adding ingredients, but no, here's the key: blackberries. Trust me on this. The blackberries add just such a nice little hint of sweetness. It pairs super well with a chicken salad. And all I like to do is I like to take the blackberry and cut it in half. Depending on how big the blackberry is, you could also cut it into quarters. But I like to chop about this much of a container. And for the chicken salad, I did use 2 chicken breasts. You can honestly add as much or as little as you want. But blackberries have this nice little acidity, nice sweetness without being too sweet. I've cut all the blackberries in half. I'm just going to add them to the bowl. Finish up with our seasoning of this chicken salad. I'm gonna add some salt, add some black pepper, and a tiny, tiny, tiny splash of red wine vinegar. Just a little bit. And now let's combine all of this together. And there you have it, a really easy, high protein chicken salad bursting with flavor. I love to add a little bit of these touches like the blackberry and the scallions or the garlic if you can find it. And it just takes a really simple lunch and elevates it. Cheers, guys. The crunch from the nuts and the burst of all these flavors. There's just so many different kinds of flavors in this salad that are absolutely excellent. I love making this for lunch. I love prepping this, putting it on low carb keto bread, a low carb wrap, or just eating this as is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Also, hit that notification bell to never miss a tasty upload. Till next time.